Hi, I'm Rappler Entertainment Editor Marguerite De Leon.
And I'm Juno Reyes, Rappler Lifestyle and Entertainment Reporter. Welcome to Stand By Me, Rappler's talk show on all things fandom.
So today we have the artists behind New Girls Love Anthology Silakbo by Pen Lab. We have Jannel Binarao, Clare Salazar, and Espina. Hi, welcome so much, and thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you for having us.
So let's get right to it. Sige. So all three of you are illustrators, diba?
Yes.
So could you tell us how each of you got into visual arts in the first place? So let's start with Jannel.
Okay, so when I was a kid, my parents signed me up for summer art classes. Tapos simula doon para natuwa na ako sa pagjo-join, pagdo-doodle. Nag-start siya with anime characters, cartoon characters, and then yung hobby ng pagdo-doodle, nagpunta siya sa acrylic painting, traditional, digital, and now I do it for a living.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you do exactly for a living?
Graphic artist po.
Graphic artist na
Yes.
talaga. Okay. Wow. Galing.
Thank you po.
Sige. And how about you? Claire is actually a comebacker dito sa Stand By Me. She was here with Corny Babe, right? For the Queer Comiqueras episode. Yeah. So remind us how you first got into visual arts.
Halos same lang din po kayo dyan eh. Nagsimula sa panonood ng anime, pagbasa ng manga. Tapos, yun nga po, yung tatay ko, engineer. Tapos madalas ko siya nakikita may dinodrawing o nagdo-draft. And one day, nainggit lang ako, kumuha ako ng papel, nag-drawing ako, hanggang sa ang kalat-kalat na sa bahay. So, yung nanay ko, binila na ako ng sarili kong sketchpad. So, ever since, kapag napupuno lang yung sketchpad na yun, binibila niya lang ako ng binibila ng bag.
Okay. Supportive.
Opo, very supportive.
That's good. And how about you, San?
For me po, it was actually my uncle that started me on this. My mom's brother, hindi siya illustrator by trade, but he really liked Voltes 5.
Okay.
So, at the time, yung pinaka-expression niya of how much he liked it was nagdo-drawing siya paulit-ulit ng same pose ni Voltes 5.
Oh.
One time na pinapanood ko siya mag-drawing, sabi niya, turuan kita mag-drawing pero Voltes 5 lang.
Ang galing.
And I had to learn the rest by myself. Pero nag-start from my tito, ako po kami sa garden, sabi niya, drawing ka pero Voltes 5 lang.
Ang ganda. Well, how old were you? Around what
I
age?
think I might have been 6 years old.
Wow, that's so young. Okay. So, gateway drug mo ang Voltes 5. So, pag may nakita kang Voltes 5, like, nanda-trigger ka ba?
Yeah, actually, it's very nostalgic for me.
Okay.
Okay, so your works can be seen in the upcoming Silakbo Girls Love Anthology, published by Pen Lab. So for the uninitiated, can you guys explain what Girls Love is exactly?
Yung girls love po kasi talagang romance between two women. Women loving women. Yun lang po yung definition.
Yeah, it's just that simple.
Oh.
Okay. Tapos, there's a lot of like girls love media now, right? Like, besides comics, like there are a lot of series like Queen Becky and all those other. Yeah. So, for the Silakbo anthology itself, like how did it come about? Like, paano siya nag-umpisa? Was this a project na dati pa ninyong pinaplano, or how did it first come into fruition?
After po nung Comic at Pride, si Bernie, bigla niya lang sinabi sa akin na,
This year yun. Comic at Pride this year. Okay.
after po nung
Yeah.
And after po nun, talagang sinabi niya lang agad na, what if gumawa tayo ng GL Anthology? And tapos sabi ko, game ako. Sabi niya, ikaw mag-organize. Sabi ko, game pa rin ako.
Okay.
And kasi tapos sila yung una kong kinausap, mga barkada. Tapos si San yung pinakaunang umoo. Parang sabi niya, sige, uwi lang, kahit wala tayong kitain dyan. Basta gawa tayo ng comics, gano'n. Basta yung importance ng storytelling ko. Yun pa yung goal namin. Makapagkwento lang. So, doon po nagkaroon ng idea. And then, hanggang sa tinanong ko na lahat, and then game daw sila lahat. Tapos, yung mga hindi naman, meron din na outside of our friend group na inimbita ko rin. Para mga suntok sa buwan kasi mga sikat yun eh.
Okay. And they all said yes. Nice. Okay.
Mahal namin, Lord.
Lakas ni Claire.
Lakas niya. Syempre grateful po. Tapos, hanggang sa, ayun na, nagiging seryoso na, pinag-usapan namin sino yung gagawa ng cover. Tapos, ang nakakatawa doon kasi, sa sobrang tiwala ko sa mga kasama ko, ang pag-decision namin doon, through wheel of names.
Lahat po randomizer.
Talaga? So, you guys were happy with whoever got it.
Opo.
Nice.
Kasi kanina tumama to sa beses sa kanya.
Very diplomatic, Okay. So, the lucky winner was...
Season 1.
Ah.
And then, hindi rin siya active dun sa GC na yun. Dati.
Okay.
So, parang sinabi ka lang, ayun na, si Sana yung cover artist. Tapos maya-maya na nakita niya na mga ilang araw yata nakalipas.
Days later.
Tapos sabi niya, okay. Sige, game lang. Ganun. Ang bilis ka usap.
Hamak nagbabakrid lang po ako. Kasi akala ko po, meron na naman silang chikahan na ako naman bakrid lang po. Tapos biglang, tapos this is Sun na yung cover. Sige, tapos ako na parang wala ako nung decision.
Oo. Sige, so speaking of the cover, can you guys show us? Like, you have props here today.
We were ready.
Yes. Ganda. Ayun. So this is the cover of Silakbo, and so yung characters dito sa cover will be found in your story inside that. Okay. Sige. Yun. So wag na natin i-spoil kung ano yung pinagdadaanan nitong dalawa.
Sabado na.
Oo. Find out na
Alam kailangan. Oh my God.
Okay.
So the three of you are also considered sapphic creators whose work revolves around, women loving women, like you explained kanina. So can you guys share how each of you got into that specific genre?
Ako? I started drawing, or parang nakafocus yung art ko on women loving women. Kasi, I grew up watching Western sapphic shows. So parang nakukulangan ako sa, parang yun lang yung nakikita ko growing up. So parang I wanted to make more. And kasi it's so beautiful seeing women loving women. Tapos ang ganda niyang i-drawing. And I want more people to see it. And especially the young queer and sapphic people, the young queers. Para makita din nila na you should not be ashamed in making and in creating and telling stories about sapphic love. Kasi yun, it's our experience and it's important and deserves to be seen. Ayun.
Nice. Kayo, Claire and San. Paano kayo nag-umpisa sa sapphic genre?
Yung akin po, slightly similar trajectory as Jannel na Western shows po yung exposure ko, but mine weren't sapphic. Mine were fueled by yung pinaka-beginnings of fandom as we know it now on Tumblr. I think I might have been 15 na parang nanonood ka ng Glee and then you're like, these two characters would look nice together.
Siniship mo sila.
And then you look online and you realize it's not just me. Oh my gosh, there are at least 50 other people that like this. Tapos dun po ako nag-start na mostly since they're not queer shows, the storylines left a lot to be desired. Yeah, it was more of a frustration of the narrative na parang di ko gusto. Ako na nga lang.
Okay. So parang what's the term for that? Fanfic in a way?
I can't believe I'm copying to it in public, but yes.
Okay. Well, it's now on video forever and ever on the internet. So sorry na lang, San. Oh, you have students. So you teach.
Yes, I'm a part-time professor at college that will not be named. Just
Okay, sige. Tapos ikaw, Claire.
Actually,
Ganun
ako
din,
eh.
okay.
And then, nakukulangan sa representation. So, kami na, yung bring it upon yourself na, ikaw na lang yung gumawa. Yun din po yung bunga ng Silakbo. Na, may mga certain stereotypes kasi na, alam nyo na, yung mga tragic ending, mas lagi na lang silang naghihiwalay. Mas laging ganun eh. Hindi naman lahat, pero usually ganun.
Yeah.
Napapanood, nababasa. So, just to fight back.
That's nice. And I've noticed, I mean, the three of you are fairly young. You're in your 20s, tama ba? Ayun. So I would imagine like this is a new generation, parang fighting for sapphic content. That's great. Ayun. So, speaking of that, queer content has become more and more common in the Philippines even, diba? So, pero I imagine marami pa yung challenges. So like, have you guys ever experienced personally any pushback from the kind of art that you do? And how did you respond to that pushback?
should do first?
Kasi po 'di ba nasa comics industry ako.
Yeah.
So, hindi talaga maiwasan yung may mga criticisms. Yung mga ko-comment sila. Pero so far po, yung sa work ko, wala naman. Parang lahat naman mababait pa. Baka pag lumabas na yung volume 2 din, na lumabas yun. Yung mga, lalabas na ng sama ng loob. Hindi, minsan nga minumura na nila ako kasi ang taga daw ng volume 2. Pero at least yun yung,
Yun yung pushback na kuha mo. Ano ba yan?
opo, ganun lang. Doon nila ako namamura na, ano na yung volume 2? Ganun na yung nahanap. Parang kada tapos ng volume na. Lagi
Volume 2
sinasabi
na agad. Grabe naman yung pressure.
Opo. Tapos, sa personally, wala po talaga. Wala pa namang mga haters. Ano lang, nakikita ko lang minsan sa TL ko. Ayun po. So, yun din po yung nakakalungkot kasi 2023 na eh.
Yeah.
Parang hindi pa rin ba maintindihan yung pinagalaban ng LGBTQI plus community. Marami pa rin talagang mga tumatandang paorong.
Galing ng term.
Nakakalungkot lang. Ngayon, masasabi ko siguro sa mga queer artists, tuloy-tuloy lang sa paggawa ng queer art. Pabayaan nyo na yung mga homocogic na people dyan. Tuloy lang.
Jannel or San, may experiences din ba kayo?
Mine, siguro po yung akin since yung audience ko probably, I think I might have accidentally marketed my art and my online presence more to a Western audience.
Right.
So, mas exposed po ako dun nga sa mas regular na, I don't understand why these two characters are together. They're not even gay. Like, you'll get a lot of those comments. Pero, syempre kung nag-start po kayo in the bowels of Tumblr in 2011, immune kayo sa lahat. So, medyo... Yung akin po, may ganun din. Pero yung akin, I'm more of the one-time fan art scene than comics than like Logihy. So I'll see more of people who are personally attached to these characters because they like these shows, and then they see my interpretation and they don't like it. Mostly because the characters, I'll interpret them as queer. Kaya for the most part, the pushback is more, these characters are only to be interpreted one way.
Right.
Parang sa akin po kasi, I feel like a lot of fan work creators feel the same way where if you don't want me to interpret the media, then I shouldn't be watching this in the first place. Na parang, ano lang po talaga siya. It's more, there's definitely pushback because it's media that people all enjoy, but then at the same time, it's because I'm presenting it in a queer way.
Yeah.
A lot of people are either not comfortable with it or because they're so personally tied to these characters, they say, I wouldn't do that, so this character wouldn't do that. It's very hard to find a balance of like pushing back against that where I'm not alienating anybody, but at the same time, I'm saying, this is my interpretation. If you'd like your own, then maybe you could do what I do and make your own thing.
Yeah, tama. Yeah, because people have like such a strong sense of ownership.
Yeah.
Diba, sa mga characters.
Especially recently.
Yeah. Yun. How about you, Jannel?
Same po kayo. I agree. Kasi, like San po, I'm also parang more on fan art yung ginagawa ko. And
Okay.
this is actually my first time doing comics. So,
Oh, nice! Okay, congrats.
thank you. So, parang laking achievement siya sa akin. So, yung, parang ganun din po kasi parang like San, parang yung mga ship ko din ay non-canon ships. Yung mga hindi talaga siya written that way. So, parang ganun din. Basically, parang lahat na sinabi ni San. I relate to that.
Yeah.
And since nasa Tumblr din ako before, Twitter din ako before, so like, yes.
Ang eloquent na ni San. So, okay.
Kaya nga po yun. Siya na.
Ma-capture na lang.
So, circling back to the genre of GL, have you guys noticed if there was any difference in how people react to BL or gay art compared to GL or lesbian art?
Yes.
Sige, ikaw naman yung maging eloquent ngayon.
Go dyan.
Can't. Joke lang. So, try ko na lang din. So, I think, ang laki ng difference between yung reception ng BL and GL. Kasi, I think, BL has more opportunities and platforms to be presented to the audience. Mas madali siyang, I think, ma-consume. Parang mas marami siyang art, mas marami siyang films, mas marami siyang books. Unlike sapphic media na nakakuha na nga lang kami ng isang season, makakancel pa. Ganun. Season 2, nakancel pa. Parang kulang yung representation. Pero it's not hating to the BL fandom or like the BL itself. Kasi hindi naman sila may kasalanan.
Oh.
So parang ano na lang din, parang the media actually, they should palang create more opportunities for sapphic GL para din mas marami silang shows, mas marami silang art forms, mas marami silang ways to be consumed by the majority or like the audience. Ganun.
Galing. Okay. Anything to add?
I mean, probably just building on what she said, because that's a good point. The only reason BL probably gets not a better reception, but people tend to, there's not as much pushback if you release a big name, like say a BL thing, than a GL thing. I think it's not really anything to say. It's not a reflection on the fans or the people that create it. I think it's more, forgive me, but I feel like it's probably a societal thing.
Sure.
I feel like a lot of people, there's a lot more a sense of entitlement of how you can present women and characters that present as women than say, there's a lot less agency.
Yeah.
But probably, I honestly don't have the spoons to be talking about this. I'm a professor, but I'm not a very good one. But I think it's probably, every time I've considered this problem, it's probably something a little more ingrained than something that we could solve with like putting out more and more sapphic media, because there is more and more being made. A lot of it doesn't see the light of day. A lot of it gets axed in the first or the second season. A lot of it just doesn't get marketed. So I feel like maybe it's a problem on a lot of different avenues, not something with like a one push solution. But I'd like to think us pushing back and making our own thing little by little is maybe contributing to the solution just a little bit.
Yun. So perfect that you have this anthology. So going back to Silakbo, you share the space with a lot of other creators, diba? So there are 11, tama ba, total in the anthology. So unfortunately, hindi sila lahat kasya sa couch na to. So do you mind telling us a little bit more about some of them? Like, sino yung mga, di ba, ikaw yung pumili, ikaw yung tumawag. So, like, sino-sino yung mga, you'd like to shout out or
Logihy, lesbian Avengers.
Bali si Shansky po, veterano na sa Webtoon.
Okay.
Daming subscriber yun sa Webtoon, 300,000.
Wow.
pero of course, syempre, nakatulong yung, yung sa audience. And then, pero sobrang galing na writer and artist din po talaga ni Shansky. And then si Colorless, yung author ng Mage and Demon Queen, sa mga idol ko. Idol namin lahat, actually. Kasi, Webtoon original siya. So, may contract talaga siya dun sa Webtoon. And sobrang popular ng work niya.
That's great.
As in, sa buong mundo. Like,
Nice.
kapag tinanong mo yung isang GL fan na, alam mo ba to? Alam nila yun. Ganun siya kasi.
Okay.
Tapos, yun yung pinasasabi ko na, wow, umuha ko siya sa akin.
Oo.
Na parang, lakas ka. Joke lang po. And then, sino? Asa yung libro natin? Yung libro natin.
Isa-isa natin yung pangalan.
Isa-isa natin. So, si Colorless, tapos si Galatea, yung kanyang writer, para dito. So, siya po yung artist na. Si Jannel, and si Cryonella. Si Cryonella, med
student.
hindi
Professional.
professional.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And sobrang galing din po talaga yung, as in, veteran na rin po sa pagko-comics. Lalo na dito sa Filipino scene.
Okay.
So, yung mga Pinoy fans, magkakilala sila.
Yeah.
Parang they work on the project.
Yeah, meron po kaming previously na-release na, lang siya, zine po siya. From, I think, 2018 po namin siya ginawa. Under the Circle Cat Goblin. As, dun po hatak lang din ako na, lang siya. Mga short stories, I think 4 pages each yung binigay sa amin at the time. Pero they were that was how I met si Clare, and talagang sobrang vouch po for their work. As in, super, in the comics, siya po yung pinaka-standout sa totoo.
Nice.
Kompleto yung background.
Sino pa?
Okay, ako na yung kasunod. Si Lumen. Si Lumen din ay bihasa na rin sa pag-webtoon. And then, graphic designer talaga siya. Doon talaga yung field niya. As in, yun din yung degree niya.
Wow, okay.
So, batak na batak. And then,
Patak na ba?
batak na batak. Si Maria, ganun din, from Webtoon Originals, pero saka pa lang maire-release yung work niya. Siya rin po yung isa sa, hindi ko akalain na makakasama.
Yeah.
Pero sobrang husay din po na
Nice.
comic artist. Kasi nga po, alam ko na busy siya sa ano niya, sa Webtoon Originals na, yung sa preparation para sa launching niya next year.
I
Ayun.
see.
And then sabi niya, okay lang maging busy dyan. Pero hindi ko papalampasin na maglalabas tayo ng Silakbo, ng Jiyaneru na wala ako. Parang ganon. Gusto niya talaga kahit busy siya.
Galing. Okay.
And si Nikki. Si Nikki po ay artist, art PH artist, no? Na ang humila naman sa kanya, si Yel. Si Yel po yung gumawa ng aming title.
Calligrapher po
Calligrapher. Hindi siya font, guys. Talagang
Ganda.
ginawa siya.
Galing po ni Elias.
Opo. And matagal na siyang nagko-comics, pero I think this is her first published work.
Oh, great.
So it's a
Okay.
great opportunity.
Nice.
Ayun po.
Ganda rin
Yun,
ng art niya.
okay. Yun din yung parang goal talaga. Yung makapag-storytell din siya. So, very honored na mapasa.
And I think, is this the first of its kind dito sa Pilipinas, would you say?
Naman po.
Pero it's a bit rare.
Opo. May mga nauna na pong anthologies, pero yung ganito karaming artist first time. I think yung sa mga nauna, 7 lang, 6. Tapos usually zines lang sila.
Okay. Yeah, kasi I mean, we've held the book in our hands kanina. It's really good quality. Yeah, like shiny pa yung pages sa loob and everything. And it sells for
1.3.
1.3, which I think is a fair price for something that is really good quality.
Opo. Bango pa. And then, si Pandesay.
Ay, meron pa pala. Sorry.
Opo. Gusto ko
Ako
ikaw
mag-i-intro kay Pandesay. Sai is pretty well known sa local sapphic art scene. I had let's call it the pleasure of tabling with her when it was Comic at Pride. And if you were at Comic at Pride and you remember the big pile of people that would appear in one lane, that was because of her and her art.
Oh.
Her art's really been popular especially I think she's very popular with younger sapphics. They see a lot of themselves in her, and they feel very represented by her work. Plus, she's very vocal online.
I see.
So she's very much a believer in fighting for what she believes in. Kaya a lot of people do tend to flock to her, either for her personality or for her art, and that's the nicest thing I'll ever say about her.
Okay.
No, we're friends. We're friends. We have a bit that we have to keep going.
Okay. Noted. Okay. And, meron pa.
And then si Idol
Ewan yan. Basan mo yan. Sandiinas.
Sandiinas.
And si Silika, saka si Bobby Pin. So, si Silika rin po. First time niya rin mag-comics. Well, mag-publish. Pero may experience na.
Yeah.
Isa rin siya sa mga idol. Yan, sila ni Pandesay. Sila yung sikat talaga. Hindi ko makakalain na umawa sila sa akin. mga idol po namin sila data. Tapos, basta sobrang galing din po ng art. Ganda. Nakita niya yung pages.
Pinakita.
So it's a really good, it's a good mix of parang veterans and parang first timers in a way. So it's a good introduction then. Like for someone who isn't like familiar masyado, like would you say that this is a good parang starting book to try out?
Opo naman.
Okay.
Ano po siya eh. I feel like
Highly recommended na pang starter.
ano po kasi siya, I feel like a lot of us put a lot of different stories into there. I don't think any of us had any story that kind of matched with anyone else's.
Okay.
So it's kind of a something for everyone type book.
That's good. Okay.
Lahat makaka-relate.
Hopefully.
It's about high school naman siya.
Opo, kasi ayun, focus siya sa high school.
High school.
Lahat naman tayo dumaan sa pagiging high school. So, magigets natin.
Okay.
Yun. So speaking of the book, it will be launched at Pascomiket at SM Mega Mall this weekend from November 25 to 26. So it really seems like more and more art and comic conventions have been popping up recently. So what can you say about this trend, from its advantages to any things that you think still need to be improved?
Yan ang gusto kong bangunan.
Baka ikaw.
Baka ikaw.
I think maganda po na maraming events. Kasi maraming pagpipilian yung mga artists, mga exhibitors. Ang hindi lang magiging maganda kapag hindi prepared yung organizer or pinapabayaan nila yung mga exhibitors nila. Kasi yung pagtitable, yung table mahal yan eh.
Yeah.
Hindi naman barya yung presyo ng table. Tapos kapag hindi ka prepared yung organizers, magiging pangit yung event and then lalabas na wala kayong pakialam sa mga artist niyo. Diba? So, recently, kasi ako madalas ako mag-convention. Halos buwan-buwan sa convention po ako. Tapos, yun po yung napansin ko, tulad nito lang. Hindi ko nababanggit eh. Kung saan, basta sa Cebu.
If you know, you know. Yeah.
Basta sa Cebu.
Nabayan mo ang isa.
Uy, kasi ako, nagalaw ko yung mic. Hindi kasi ako po. Sa Cebu, na-meet ko naman yung quota ko nun.
Okay.
Pero, tapos syempre, medyo in demand din ako doon. No? So, very happy to meet some of my fans.
Idol?
Grabe man. Quiet na. Pero, nalulungkot po ako para sa mga other exhibitors. No?
Yeah.
Kasi nga, parang ano ba nangyari sa event na ito? Hindi minarket ang maayos. Tapos yung hindi nila alam na meron pa palang hall dito, meron pa doon. Parang yung mga tao doon na pupunta sa malaki. So, di na sila napapansin. Pero, nagalit yung exhibitors.
Yeah. I heard na masikip pa siya.
Yeah, para kaming nasa aquarium.
Yeah. And there was parang refunds or something like that. So it's
yun
the whole mess.
Yun naman po yung medyo naging okay doon. Na-refund naman na po 100%.
Okay, wow. Okay, so not
okay na rin siguro.
Fairness.
Siyempre malungkot pa rin.
Yeah. So lessons learned na lang
Yun
sana
po.
sa kanila. Yeah.
Tama. Apo, sa mga susunod po na organizer. Peace. Apo, pagandaan po mabuti. And sana po mas marami po yung mga event na may paki talaga sa artists. Kasi usually mga conventions, yan eh. Kung hindi man lahat, karamihan, lang, pera lang. Wala talagang paki sa artists, pera lang, kita lang.
Anything to add to that?
Ako po kasi, actually hindi ako super dalas mag-conas sa mono tables. More, dumadalo ka nila Logihy, nagpapa-calculator kay Sai. Pero, po siya, more of, sa experience ko po with cons, I feel like, yun nga, sana po mas maalagaan yung con space. Lalo na kasi, a lot of the people that present, I'm not sure what the correlation is, but a lot of them do happen to be queer. So, parang yung nagiging outcome po ng mga con, a lot of them turn into mini safe spaces. So, you'll get a lot of people, yung mga fans nga po ng work nila, Logihy, nila Pandesay, that come there and with letters pa po na sinusulat nila with gifts for their favorite artists, thanking them for the representation they provide. Kaya parang, po siya, I guess yung advantage ng ang dami ng con is siguro dumadami po yung mga mini safe spaces for people. Tapos, a lot of them are regional now.
Yeah.
So, yung mga artist po na, taga saan nga siya? Di ba? Siya, no? Probinsyana.
So, Bacolod.
Yung mga mas malayo po, nagkakaroon na po ng mga regional cons. So, a lot of them do end up having to travel sa Manila. Pero yung dahil may mga rise na po ng regional cons, more of them do get to just present in their home turf.
Okay.
Kaya, yun po, siguro, I guess, for mga disadvantages, the same as what Logihy said. Since lumalaki yung market for cons, I feel like nagkakaroon po ng more of a cash grab thing na patayin con kasi maraming pupunta regardless.
Yeah.
Yun nga po. Sana lang maalagaan siya kasi ako lang as a queer person napapansin ko na nagiging safe spaces po siya. Ang daming younger people na pumupunta na may experience po kami one time, may kid na nagmamadali po siya lumapit sa table namin na ito pong queer na print na pakilagay po sa bag na nakaseal kasi yung parents ko nasa likod ko lang, dali po. Tapos nilagay namin nag-sealed na bag.
Oh my God, so parang tago.
Tapos binigay po ng mama niya yung pambayad and then siya po para, thank you.
Cute.
Po siya talaga, as in, very, I guess in the most literal sense, nagiging safe spaces po yung mga cons. Kaya, my wish is sana mas maalagaan po siya, mas ma-promote properly. Comic at Pride is a great step in that direction. Kaya,
kahit medyo nag-issue nun, yun yung favorite ko so far.
that was really good.
Ng pag-comicet. Sana mag-top 1 si Pas Comicet.
Anything to add, Jannel?
Ano ba? Comic will be my third tabling experience
Okay.
ever.
Okay.
So, parang newbie rin ako sa con
Yeah.
tabling and stuff. So, ano lang, parang may nakita lang ako sa Twitter before na parang nagpo-float ng sapphic con. And I think for safe spaces, I think that would be like a good idea
Yeah.
and a good thing to execute. Kasi parang dito, Sapphic Alley, magsistart na kami sa Comic. It's like isang hilera kami doon ng Sapphic
Sapphic.
artists.
Galing.
And yung mga artists po nitong book.
Nang Silakbo.
Hawakan ko lang. Yan, parang yan. Tapos parang ngayon, parang ang gandang isipan na magkaroon ng Sapphic Con, full of Sapphic artists, Sapphic creators. Tapos parang safe space siya for queer people and queer artists. Yun lang.
Hopefully, pumayag yung mga susunod na organizer ng Sapphic Corn. Start na yung Sapphic Alley.
Yeah, sana makita nila kung gaano nag-take off.
Oo.
Yeah.
Yung
Oo.
may demand talaga eh.
Yeah, there's a real market.
Okay. Ayun. So, we're unfortunately down to our last two questions. So, what do you think is the future of GL and Sapphic art in the Philippines? And sa tingin niyo yung future ng Filipino comics or visual art in general?
Kapag buwa ko, medyo may pagka-pessimistic ako eh. Kapag nag-event. Parang sabihin ko, hindi naman ako papansinin dito eh. O kaya, ayan, wala na natin bibili ng libro ko.
Umiyak bigla.
Hindi kasi, I like challenging myself na gusto ko po lagi sold out. Ganun.
Okay.
Tapos, ayun nga, medyo pessimistic. Tapos sinasabi nila patay na ang comics.
I hear that sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sa tingin mo?
Kapag pumunta po ako ng convention, pinapansin pa rin naman. Tapos lagi pa rin namang sold out.
Oo. And the fact that there are conventions to begin with, pa rin, diba? So,
So, kung hindi naman sold out, at least namimit yung quota. So, parang doon ko rin po nasasabi na hindi totoo, napatay na ang comic. So, I think, basta tuloy-tuloy lang yung mga creators na magsulat. At tulad namin ito, sa pamamagitan sana ng Silakbo, may ma-inspire din ng mga queer people, o kahit na hindi ka queer. Basta ma-inspire ka to write your own, to make your own. Yun po yung isa sa mga goal.
Yeah, and for companies like Pen Lab, diba, to further yung independent publishing of
No po.
Yeah. Yun. How about you, Jannel?
Ano nga yung tanong? Nag-focus ako
Future ng GL, ng comics or ng illustration.
I'm so sorry. I think nagpa-prosper naman yung future ng GL in the country.
Okay.
Especially sa art scene. Kasi parang mas dumadami yung sapphic creators din. And hindi lang siya nalilimit sa art. Nagkakaroon din ng bagong movies, ng bagong shows. Especially sa country natin na parang, parang hindi pa masyadong, established. Parang ang hirap niyang i-push kasi ang daming backlash na matatanggap, ganyan. Katulad nung, I think, queer ba yung bagong Jannel movie na papalabas, I think?
Parang binibake nila.
Pero ayun, not sure. Pero ayun, I hope it keeps on growing and I hope we keep on taking up space kasi it's really important to tell our stories.
Like a recent movie is Rookie.
Yeah, Rookie.
Yeah, sige. How about you?
I think for me, naririnig ko yun lagi yung patay na yung comics. Pero I feel like maybe people mean it in a more, I hope people mean it in a sense more like comics are evolving. Hindi na po ganun kalakas yung print media, unfortunately. Like, I think we can all see it naman na medyo nag-quiet down na everything's moved to a digital platform.
Yeah.
Kaya, kasi ako po as person na both creates and consumes comics, nasa online na po talaga yung platform eh. Like, you get more of a reach online anyway to begin with. For someone like Logihy gets to post her work to people internationally because it's online.
Yeah.
So you're not limited by yung media ng printing mo. Pero, ang hope ko po na since nag-evolve ngayon comics, I feel like yun nagiging mas accessible yung means of making more and more work. Like, not just comics, like films and stuff. I see a lot of people making short films now here that are queer. I see people writing songs that you can definitely, it's not a queer undertone. It's definitely about a girl who likes another girl.
Okay.
So there's more ways to put your work out there. So my hope is it only keeps going. Like, I hope people just keep making stuff. Like, don't worry about if it's the best stuff. It just needs to be out there. Like, the thing that you don't like, someone is holding it close to their chest and they're saying, this is my favorite thing in the world because it feels like me. So I hope people just keep making stuff. Like, it doesn't have to die if we just keep making it.
Yan. And, huwag din pansinin yung mga bashers.
Basher.
Sulat lang. Huwag pong pansinin yung mga criticism. Hindi, pansinin mo yung criticism. Pero yung mga basher, kanya pansinin.
Just constructive.
Tama.
Tama.
Pero yung mga, kung ano pinagsasabi yun, tuloy lang, laban.
All right.
Okay, finally, kindly invite our viewers to the upcoming launch as well as any other events you may have.
Ato po, makikita niyo po kami this weekend sa Pasko Miket sa Mega Mall, Mega Trade Hall 2. Mabibili niyo po itong libro naming Silakbo for 1-3 pesos. May kasama siyang sticker sheet, tapos pag bundle siya, 1/5 na lang para sa inyo.
Yeah.
Dating 149. Ayun na mali, 1/5. Baliktad.
Ninumbutan yun.
Nagmura na. May nag-okay.
Sino nagmura?
Hindi, ayun po. November 25-26. This weekend.
25,
Ang table namin, may Sapphic Alley and then may Pen Lab. Magkatapat lang yun.
Okay. So you can't miss it.
Yes.
Ah,
Pangatlong row. Pagpasok nyo, pangatlo. Yun na yun.
ayun. So hanapin lang
Table.
ninyo yung tatlong makukulit.
Tables, 111 hanggang 115. Tapos ako naligaw. Pero katapat lang nila ako sa 98.
Okay, perfect. So thank you, Jannel, Claire, and San for being here with us today. It was such a treat, and congratulations on your book.
Congratulations.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much for having us.
That's the end of this episode of Stand By Me. If you have any comments or suggestions, hit us up on Rappler socials. I'm Marguerite De Leon.
And I'm Gina Reyes.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.